Welcome everyone. It is 8/29 2024. God, we're coming up to the end of August, which is crazy. This is our live training. We are doing a combined training for some of the people that are on here. Um, we I host a marketing meeting every other week called the Marketing Accelerator, and this is also the training for Valor Financial Specialists. And because Phil is not available, he is traveling today to Orlando to do a great collaboration event out there for agents. I am helping him host it. So Phil and I, we've been working together for the past almost 2 years at this point. And I run the marketing arm, and he does the insurance and the wholesaling arm, and it works out really great relationship. But the whole focus today, like I said, is we also run a community for a marketing community. And today you get a little bit different flavor than probably what Phil usually trains on, which is, products and carriers and, sales stuff, all on the insurance side. Whenever I come on, I get to give a little bit different side of it, which is more on the marketing side. Or today, as you see, we're going to be talking about AI. And so I'm real excited to go over this stuff. I really enjoy this. And my whole goal is to always give you some tidbits or some concepts and ideas that you can utilize that is either going to help you make you more money, make you more sales, save you time, or all of the above. So with that said, I'm just going to do I like audience participation. I am not as monotone as Phil, as you can tell, but as many of you know, his nickname is Monotone Magic. But real quick, I know we have some more people on. Jenny, you helped me out earlier, but either raise of hands or unmute yourself super quick or just put in the chat. Make sure everyone can see my screen. But I'm going to be doing some live demo stuff. I just want to make sure once again, make sure everyone can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your
Cool.
screen.
Thank you so much. Okay, and I got enough other participation that says that that is the case. Wonderful. All right. Now, before we get into this, because we're going to talk about 3 ways and that AI can save you time, I will let you know front that AI built this whole presentation. So I did not change any of the graphics. There's only some slight content changes. And then we're going to go through the presentation, and I'm going to do some live demo and information on this of some free resources that you can use and tap into AI. But before I do that, I know I want to ask for some participation on this because I'm just curious with everyone that's here, who has used AI so far, like Chat GPT, Poe, anything out there, whatever it is, who here has actually used AI? Yep, I got it. So Laverne, well, yep, wonderful. So I got a few people. All right, I'm not going to call out anybody that hasn't used AI, but in the day and age that we live in, AI used a bit of Meta, okay? Use Chat GPT, perfect. That's helpful. So in this day and age, AI is a super powerful, sometimes scary, tool that is being used, and um, it has huge advantages, especially to independent insurance agents as they understand how to use it the right way. So I'm going to go over 3 things, and I'm not just talking about 3 ways AI in general. I'm talking about 3 ways AI can help you as independent agents save time. And so that's what we're going to go through today. Again, this whole presentation I made using AI. This literally, everything that I'm going to talk about took 15, 20 minutes to build. And I can show you a little bit about this piece as well. So again, this is a throwaway slide. Like I said, I'm just demonstrating the idea that I really did not change much of this content. So time savings, AI solutions, blah, blah, blah. This is what we're really here going to talk about. AI automation simplifies your life. This is what we're here to talk about, is 3 ways AI saves time. And the 3 things that I'm going to go over is number 1, task transformation. So how you can automate and streamline tasks and things that you're doing on a routine basis. Number 2 is we're going to talk about idea imagination. So how AI can analyze trends and audience preferences to provide fresh ideas and topics. Because I know I struggle with being creative and coming up with new ideas, especially in marketing and things like that. And AI can be used to do that. And we're going to talk about content creation. Usually for me, when I talk to insurance agents, the two things that all insurance agents need and often struggle with is the contacts that they need to talk to, and finding that information and data, and then creating the content, um, so that they can send information to that person to get them to raise their hand and say, yes, I'm interested in that information and I want to talk more. So I'm going to go through some live demos of how each of these things work and some different tools that are out there. And throughout this, as we go through this, if anybody has any questions about AI stuff in general, let me know. There's tons of other things that we can talk about, like AI chat widgets and AI chat bots, and things like that. But I wanted to keep this relatively simple as like a AI 101, and then we'll see if we can, on other courses, we can take a deeper dive. But before we talk about and do the demos of these things, we're going to talk about how to automate tasks, how to automate creating ideas, well, how to use AI to create ideas, and how to then use AI to create content. What I want to do real quick is talk about the benefits of all of this. So there's 5 things, 5 benefits to using AI. Is number 1 is increased efficiency. Again, that's why I talked about this with the context of I want you to save time using AI. The whole idea is that most of you are a one-person shop, or you're building your practice by yourself. And so because of that, you have to wear 10 different hats at different times. If you can figure out ways to reduce the time it takes to finish some of those things, then that will help you focus on the money-making activities, such as sitting down with clients and actually selling product. And that's really one of the goals here. So number 1 is increased efficiency. Number 2 is enhanced creativity. So like I said, there are lots of things that you don't have information on. You cannot be an expert on everything, but you can leverage AI to get the right information to help you go in the right direction. Number 3 is consistency and quality. So AI is a very consistent tool because of where it's pulling information from. And so that's something that there's a lot of things that AI can use, leverage on that, but that's how you can create consistency within your messaging and things like that. Because AI does learn that stuff from you, like your voice and how you speak and how you talk and how you write, depending on the tools that you're using. Number 4 is data-driven decisions. Super important for us. A lot of times we don't know where the data is or what, how we're making decisions on what we should do. AI can definitely help with that piece. AI can actually analyze some of those things as well, if you give it the input. And then last one, which we've already talked about, is time savings. So just out of curiosity, before I jump into the demo then and talk about some of these tools, anything else that you can think of how AI just in general can help you? I know I talked about 5 areas: being efficient, being more creative, creating consistency, making better decisions, and saving time. But anything else that anyone can think of that AI can or has already helped them with, as I'm going to this next screen. All right, I won't pressure everyone. If anyone has anything, just go ahead and speak up or type it in the chat. All right, this is what I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over a tool called Poe. I know I'm throwing everyone for a loop, but ChatGPT is by far probably the one that's most known to everyone. Poe is just a little bit different. It has lots of different AI bots that are built that you have access to. ChatGPT being one of them. So as an example, if I wanted to go in here, and these are the main ones, but if I wanted to use ChatGPT, I can just type that in. Of course, it's not pulling up right away. Anyways, there's lots of different things that can be done on this side. And there it is. So ChatGPT, you can use the latest versions. There's a ton of different bots that are built in here. This is free, just so that everyone knows. You get 3,000, search credits per day. I typically don't go through them because I'm not using AI at that level. But like I said, you can go to Poe.com, sign up for free. Like I said, does not cost anything. You can get access to all this and all these different tools. You can create images with this as well. And then once you use those 3,000 credits, then you have to wait for the next day to do anything else with it. But the whole idea of what I'm here to do is just put in some prompts and talk about some of these ideas that we went through of, we're going to talk about idea imagination, and we'll talk a little bit about content creation just using these open source tools. And then we're going to go switch into something, a different tool that we have built on our side as well. But I'm going to ask for some audience participation, because if there's useful content that's created from this, I will send this out to you afterwards so that you have it, or I'll put it in the chat so you can grab it right here. But let's talk about this. And if we don't get much of participation, I have some things that I'll go walk through. But we'll talk about ideas first. So does anyone have any ideas, like something that they're struggling with, or they need help with, or like, hey, I'm trying to figure out ABC thing for my agency? I said I have a couple prompts that we can do, but if anything, does anybody have anything that they're thinking of that they would like an idea on, that we can ask AI to do? Anybody has anything? All right. I'm not gonna, I won't wait. I'm gonna do something on mine, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to it about marketing. I'm gonna do two things. I'm gonna talk about marketing. I'm gonna talk about also networking, creating COIs. Because this is something that I've taught other people on how to use it, how to use a chat bot and ask questions, help with applications. Okay. That is something that is definitely interesting. There's going to be, I might come up with a different application, because now my brain's thinking about that side, because of course connecting applications and things like that, collecting data and information, there are some things to do. I might not be able to show it in a simpler demo of what we're talking about here, but yes, there is definitely some things that you can do on our side to connecting AI with those pieces to help fill out that information or collect that information. So we'll get in that in a second. That's get there in a second, but that's a good one. So I'm going to go through the marketing one and just ask some questions. So the first thing that we got to do is we got to figure out the input, the prompt. So the better prompt that we can give it, the better output that we are going to get. So let's talk about marketing. So act. Oh, sorry, this is the bot. So hold on. All right, here we go. So I'm going to be down here, and the first thing I'm going to tell it to do is to act like something. So act like you are a marketing guru. Can anybody name any marketing people that they really like, big marketing people that they really love? Like, I mean, Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm going to throw his name out there. He does a lot of different things. If I can pronounce his name, Vaynerchuk. I'll have to look it up. Or Billy Jean is marketing. So he's another marketer that I get information from. Dan Wardrobe. And I'm going to make sure I'm spelling Gary Vaynerchuk right. Vaynerchuk. There we go. I knew I was spelling it wrong. But he gives out some marketing advice and things like that. Let's see. Who are some really popular marketing we're just gonna say gurus. Okay. So Neil Patel, it's a good one actually. I'm gonna put him on here. I'll take it. Or Neil Patel. All right, so the first thing that we're doing is we're gonna tell it to pull, we're telling it to act like someone. That way it has a specific place that it's pulling information. It's pulling information from people that are in the actual thing that you are asking for. So we're asking for marketing advice. We want information to be pulled from people that are like that. So that's something that you can do across the board. Like if you want to do that on the like ask for insurance sales, like sales coaches, like Van Mullen or David McKnight or Tom Hegna or things like that. You can pull information because they'll go scour the website and things like that, and the internet to find information about them and pull information from their books. So act like you're a marketing guru, like Gary Vaynerchuk or Billy Jean is marketing, or Neil Patel. We want to, and I always am nice to the AI because AI is going to rule the world someday. So I always wanted to remember that I said please when I asked for things. So that's why I put please on here. Please make a marketing plan for an independent insurance agent that is starting their practice. This plan needs to be implementable, be able to be implemented quickly, and should span the next 6 months. So we're gonna have it create a plan for us for the next 6 months. And what we should be doing in that. So I'm gonna keep it very open source right now. We can always narrow this down. Let's see what it comes up with. So 6-month marketing plan. Tells us from the very beginning. So month 1, you're defining your niche, you're creating a brand identity, you're building a website. So this is a very traditional path. Establish an online presence, create a clear brand message. Month 2, you're leveraging social media. Month 3, you're doing networking and partnerships, digital marketing, content marketing, review and optimize. So ongoing strategies, consistency, follow-up, and continuous. So this is super basic. So we're gonna ask it for some things outside of this. And like I said, we're not gonna go into this a lot. I'm just throwing out some ideas because there might be some things that you read on this or see that might be super advantageous. But now we're gonna do it so because we know the industry, we know what this looks like. That was great. Let's switch some things around. First goal of an insurance agent is to make money as quickly as possible. Lay out a marketing plan that would help accomplish that. So now we told it what we want to do. Let's see. Media outreach and network. So this is the first thing that's doing. So leverage existing contacts, local networking events, cold calling. And we can dive into each one of these subjects of and what's going on. So then it's going to digital advertising, referrals and programs, direct mail campaign, fast track client acquisition, optimize and scale. So I'm not going to go into this a whole lot, but that's from an idea standpoint, you're seeing how we can operate some of this and how if you're stuck on something, and like I said, of course, ask your upline, ask your mentors, ask the people that are working with you. But if you are looking for something else, use AI, every question that you have to be able to make that happen. So in fact, I will do that of the question, who asked that question? Natural help with applications. So we'll ask AI if it has any ideas on how we can help with applications. So we'll see what they come up with. But that's this piece. The only last thing that I'll show is, because I did this for a couple of places, let's talk more about referrals and COIs. List out 20 great referral partners and COIs, so center of influences, for a life insurance agent. So if you're not, this is, like I said, it's giving us 10 referral partners and 10 COIs. Divorce attorneys, human resources. So these are people, like I said, you're just getting different ideas. And if you know people that are like this, these are the people that you should be reaching out to and talking to. So divorce attorneys, like that's a great one. Human resource professionals, community leaders, church leaders, online influencers. So and then you can start asking it, well, where do I find so-and-so person? How would I find them? So hopefully that helped a little bit. We're going to go on to something else. I'm going to ask it the one question that Netra, you asked about, which was, how can AI help with filling out, and I know I'm making the assumption that Netra about what that looks like. How can AI help with filling out insurance applications for a client? If there's something specific that you were looking on, but let me know. But I am an insurance agent. And I sell life insurance. And let's just see what it says. So I mean, it's saying all the things that AI can do. So like this should be implemented at the carrier level. But enhanced client interaction, speeding up the process, error reduction, things like that, which a lot of carriers are starting to do. We might have to, train it specifically and ask it more questions to find out if there's anything you can do as an independent agent. But like I said, from idea creation, using something like ChatGPT or Poe or anything like that, if you're stumped on something, use AI to answer the question. I know that's probably super basic, but for those that are not using AI at all, this is how AI can help with a lot of those different aspects. And it can be used for jargon as well. So like, hey, list out the top terms that are used in the insurance industry, in the life insurance industry, and give definitions. Include acronyms. So like I said, this is something that you can use on this end. And it's going to give a whole, like, here's a whole bunch of LTV, IRR, COI, all that good stuff. And we can ask it for more information as well. But hopefully that helps on the idea of, that covers ideas. That's one of the easy things that AI can be used for. Anything that you're getting stumped on, anything that you have an idea about, and you want to play around with it and see if you can dive deeper, spending a little bit of time jumping on an AI platform and asking questions can fill in a lot of those gaps. This makes you, the whole idea of being an expert, I forgot who told me this, but to be an expert, you only have to know 10% more than the person in front of you. So AI allows you to be experts on different things and pull information from different places as long as you know where to get it. So that's idea stuff. And again, stop me, anyone, if they have any questions or they want to take if they want to take a deeper dive into anything. But that's how we can talk about idea. The next thing that we're going to talk about then is content. So I'm going to use a little bit of this tool. Poe is literally just like it's a tool. Someone else introduced it to me in one of the groups, that marketing groups that I'm in. But Poe.com pulls in other chat bots. So basically, like Chat GPT or Playground or Flux or Claude or Assistant Bot, Gemini, Llama. All these things are different things that you can use. So like if I wanted to see how Gemini worked, I can click on that and I can type in the prompt that I want and get information, and it's using this AI to be able to make that happen. So that's what Poe did. Poe basically just went out and tried to collect as many of those other AI tools in one place so that you don't have to go to each individual one of them. That's what Poe is. So that's why I like Poe, because I play around with a lot of different things. If you're looking for super simple, just go to chat.openai, I think, or something like that. Or just type in Chat GPT and you can log in there as well. But that's what all Poe is just a fancier tool to pull in all of those different bots at once. All right. Now I want to go into content creation though. So I'm going to use this tool a little bit, and then I'm going to switch over to one of our tools just to kind of show you what that looks like. Because again, content creation could be anything. Like I said, you can be using it for uh, graphic design. It can help you out with that. Sometimes unless you know the prompts, sometimes the graphics that it comes up with are not great. But it could be graphic design. It could be email content. It could be text content. It could be you're trying to put a video together. You need a script. It could be you're trying to put together social media posts. These are all the things that AI can be used for to create that content a lot quicker, and where you don't have to sit there and type out everything. So you can have AI do analyze tons of different things. So I can give it a website and it can go to a website, pull information from that. I can give it a video. So like if we went to YouTube and you found a really good video, let's see, IUL best video on how IULs help clients. Great. Here, I have a video. I want to pull in the link. I can copy this link. I can put this into here. Watch this video. Analyze it and give me a summary and 5 bullet points about IULs. So this is oh, sorry, I have to go to a different tool. My apologies. This is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about that it can be used for, that most people aren't, like I said, they're not aware that it can be done in that way. And that's something that's going to help tremendously. It should be able to. Oh, come on. Anyways, I have to do something with my bot so that it can go to those places. But you can have it go to those places and pull information. And like I said, those are super valuable tools that you can grab. Sometimes you have to turn on some paid features and things like that. And usually for chat stuff, maybe it's like 10, 15, 20 bucks a month tops, and you can turn it on and off whenever you want to. But we're going to talk about content now. So like I said, you're looking at emails. Now, like I said, the biggest thing with content is knowing the information that you want to give, the prompts that you want to give it, so that you get the right output. So again, we're going to say, We're gonna tell it the industry that we're in and what we're doing. You are an insurance agent, with 20 years of experience selling, and then whatever you sell. So we'll do health insurance in this case, selling health insurance. Open enrollment is just around the corner. Please make, and always be polite to AI. You want them to remember you. Please make a series of emails that will remind my clients to schedule a time during open enrollment. Make the emails professional, but also put a little some wit in them, so you can tell it how to act and how to write the emails. You can make the emails super crazy. Like, in fact, let's do that first. Make the emails hilarious, but with valuable information. Keep the emails less than 600 words. You can give it characters, keywords, you can tell it those different things. And we're just gonna have it, we wanna see the sample, so we're gonna make, for now, only make 3 emails. All right, let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so like I said, we asked it to make it hilarious. Like I said, some content may be usable, some not. But here's the subject line: open enrollment, the only time you can actually use your health plan is a Tinder bio. So I hope you're not doing well and not stressed about your health insurance choices. Guess what? Open enrollment's a strong corner. Isn't that magical time of year when you can finally make changes to your health plan without jumping through flaming hoops, or at least fewer flaming hoops? Why schedule time? Avoid FOMO. You don't want to miss out on the lowest safe plans. Customize your coverage. Think of it like ordering a pizza. You would just settle down whatever on your pizza, right? So that gives you the flavor of the type of emails that's putting together. Now, what you can do is you can ask to be more specific. If you like the type of content put together, say, hey, create 10 more emails. And that's literally just copy and paste. And then you have to throw in your link. If you want to, you can, like if you wanted to create the emails with your link, you would have thrown your link in here and said, hey, put this link in as the scheduling link in the appropriate place. And it can go back and recreate that content. So that's on the content side. Like I said, I'm gonna switch over to another tool in a second that is gonna give the prompts, but does anybody think that that is powerful, like in creating content? This could be anything. So like there's an event that we have going on. Like I used the probably almost every day I'm using AI like this in some way, shape, or form for all the clients and things that we work with. But we have an event coming out in Dallas. Well, we have one in Orlando in like 2 days. And then we have another one in Atlanta. All the stuff that we did for that, reminder sequences, things like that, most of that's all done using AI. So that's the power of the tool, of saving a lot of time, energy, and effort. Does anybody have anything like specific that they're like, hey, I'm trying to create an email for emails for an event, or hey, I'm like, we can go down the cold email list too. That is great, and we can create a new chat if we wanted to, but create an email for a cold contact. And you can go down here. I won't do it because, like I said, I'm gonna save time. This is just to kind of get everyone's creative juices flowing and helping them understand, like, hey, this is how we can use AI. And like I said, I know from here this is not always showing stuff live. It's a little slow. It's a little funky. But like I said, my main goal is to give you some ideas to be able to use to create the type of content that you're looking for. So whether it be cold contact email or I'm looking to create social media, all you got to think of are the prompts, the input to give it so that you're getting the right output. Now, I'm going to flip over to a different tool to kind of show off some other things and some things to think about on the other end of questions to answer so that you get the right input. And this is, of course, recorded, but if you want to write down any of this, this is extremely helpful that you can use as prompts to create the right input so you're getting the right output. Like I said, if anybody has any questions, just don't hesitate to ask. Right, I flipped over. This is a tool that we have built in our lead-based CRM, and it's called Hey Levi. And the whole idea of it is ChatGPT is very open sourced. Good, glad to hear it, Netra. ChatGPT and other tools like that are very open source, which means you have to know the information, the input to give it to get the right output. Tools like this, they usually cost more to be able to operate and use. But tools like this, what they're going to do is they're going to give you the questions, or they're going to ask you the questions, and then you need to fill in the blanks and provide the information to them so that it gives the right output. So basically, it's creating the input for you by you just answering the questions. So like as an example for like a lead nurture sequence, you can pull all this information in here. So this one works a little bit different because we actually create a brand, create a product and service. Like you can have selling health insurance or Medicare or IULs or whole life. And you can create those products. It's going to ask all those questions because that's the foundation that it's going to use to make sure that the information that it creates is very personalized to your agency, your plan, your clients, and things like that. So I'm going to use mine as an example. So Lift Marketing System is something that we sell as a marketing agency. Who's the target audience? Insurance agents, agencies, and financial advisors. I created, in creating the brand positioning, it created a actual profile. So these are business avatars. So these are their pain points. These are what they're looking for. So we're going to use Michael for now. And I'm just going to have to create, we'll say 5 emails. So like I said, this is the foundation that it's using. Like I said, it's answering all the questions. Main topics of these conversations. We want it to be how to effectively use CRMs and websites to nurture leads and also generate more traffic. So we'll see what it comes up with. I gave it a website, so it's going to pull from the website and the information that's on there. And when it did that, it pulled out the pain points and it filled out the benefits. Like I didn't fill this stuff out. It pulled that from a website basically. And readability level, you always, I mean, unless you're talking to a specific crowd, and you always want to make it like a 5th grade at a 5th grade level. So it's super simple. And then you can give it different voices and things like that. So let's see what it comes up with. So now it's creating those emails. And we're just going to generate one email right now. So here's the first email. Running an insurance agency is tough, especially when you feel like you're drowning in admin tasks instead of connecting with clients and growing your business. Here's the thing though, if you're not using a CRM, effectively you're missing on a lot of potential business. A well set up CRM can help nurture leads and generate traffic, blah, 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 blah. So this information, although super basic, I didn't have to come up with content. Imagine putting in the information, putting it in for IULs or any product that you're trying to sell. This is the kind of stuff that it can do for you. So that's content creation stuff. There's a bunch of different things, but these are kind of the questions that it asks, and I'm gonna go back into here of adding a product real quick. This is what you want to give it. So you're gonna give it the name, description, stuff like you're selling IULs. You would describe the IUL as much as possible. Give it as much information as you can. Its product, you can come up with competitive and alternatives. And like I said, figuring out the target audience and things like that, and you can generate different things with it. But like I said, video sales letter. You want to put together. So again, we're picking the product, but what is your product? Type in a URL. What are you selling? List out your services and unique features. What are the key benefits of buying your product? So these are things that you should know or look up, or you can use ChatGPT to find, but these are the prompts that you want to give it so that you're getting the right output. So I'm not going to go through this a whole lot, more on the content side, but these are just different things that are out there that you can use. And then the last thing that I want to go over super quick is this is still AI, but it's more from a AI using automations aside, not AI of using like databases and things like that. This is just the last thing of if you're not using this in this business, and I'm showing it on our own tool, you can do something like this using Zapier as well. If no one's familiar with it, Zapier is probably the biggest one of the biggest tools out there. There's a lot of other ones like Pabbly and Make and things like that. But Zapier is probably one of the most recognized, and this you can create automations as well. So the way an automation works is it has two things going on. You have a action, so you have a trigger, and the trigger is the event that is happening that is going to put the contacts into these next actions. So trigger, and then you have actions. So the trigger, for example, we're going to do a very simple one. A birthday reminder. So when it is someone's birthday, it is one day before their birthday. This is assuming that you have that information in the CRM, or that information available, basically. So if you have a birthday in someone's contact, one day before their birthday, that is the trigger. And then we're going to say, what do we want to see happen? We want to email that person. And then you fill out that information from Nathan, put in the email, the subject line, happy birthday from, and I'm going to say from Nathan Klug. So it's my user. It's using custom values to pull that in. And then we can say, we want to make this personalized. So again, we use custom values. So it doesn't matter if you send this message out to 100 people, 1,000 people, 10,000 people. It is going to pull that person's first name in there so it looks like it's only for them. Happy birthday from, just going to use our name, Blue Rocket Marketing. Really appreciate you and hope you have a wonderful day. Whatever message you want. But this is something that you can automate. So this is what I mean by task automation. And so we're going to do that piece. Hold on. All right, so we have an email, and now we're going to wait a day. And this is, like I said, this is something, if you're on Zapier and things like that, you can do this as well. We're going to wait one day. And now we're going to do this. We want it to send a voicemail. You can literally record your voice, and as long as you don't say their name, you can put it up there and say, you know, happy birthday, sing it, upload the file, and it will send that voicemail to that person on their birthday then. Do you think that if someone got a birthday message, a text, and you can send a text and an email and a phone call saying that you were thinking of them, do you think you would stay top of mind to that client more often? The answer is absolutely. I'm not even going to let you answer. It's a rhetorical question. This is what most agents, like especially on the task side, is um, fails to do because you have to do it manually. Now there's still I know agents. One of the most successful agents that I know, he has over 2,000 Medicare and final expense clients. Still to this, and the main reason he got there, it took him 10 years to build that. The main reason he got there though is because literally he would call every his clients on their birthday. He would call them on sometimes on their anniversaries. He even called someone, because a lot of his clients are older, on their spouse's death anniversary. And he has people that to this day, when he calls them, says, my family doesn't even call me near this time." Uh, and he gets tons of referrals for that. Using tools like this helps you automate that process so that you don't have to do it manually, you don't have to remember to do all those things, especially as you grow and scale. At the very beginning, you want to be doing all of this manually, because using tools like this costs dollars. If you don't have the dollars to spend on it, you need to spend the time and your own effort and energy to do it. But these are simple things that should be happening and automating those tasks so that you can stay top of mind and you don't have to do the action manually. Um, and that allows you to, it may not make you a sale right away, but on average, a person goes through a life event every 2 to 3 years, if I remember correctly from the statistics. So getting married, having a kid, losing a job, getting a new job, retiring, getting a divorce, like whatever it is, all those are considered life events. And when those life events happen, for us in the insurance industry, usually that means needs change. And we want to be the person that's top of mind, saying, hey, we're the person that can help out with that. So I'm not going to get too much into this, too much more. That are the three things that I want to talk about, just using AI, of going back to tasks, automating tasks. You can use lots of different tools. Like I said, I named some. Leadbase being one of them. Of course, I'm going to pitch my own, our own product. Leadbase, Zapier, Make, Ably. Those are all tools that you can do automation from, and specifically for tasks. And again, for that, it's a trigger, it's the event that's happening, and then you want to create the actions that are going to happen from that trigger. And that's what automates that. We talked about using ChatGPT or Poe or things like that to just think of any ideas. If there's anything that you're stumped on or anything that you're not a professional at, you're not really good at, and you're looking for information on it, use AI to fill in those gaps. And then number three, as we talked about content creation, specifically, we did more of the email side very simply, but there's a lot of other things if you're trying to create any type of content, social media, graphics, videos, texts, emails, and you need more content for this stuff, use AI to be able to do that. And like I said, and it's a very simple presentation, there's not a lot to it, but I used AI to do this. So there's things like that that can happen. I used, as you see, I'm in Canva. Literally, I typed into the Canva AI tool. This is what I was trying to do. I was trying to do a presentation on how AI can help automate and simplify your life, and this is what it gave me. I filled in, just used AI to fill in some uh, content pieces, but that was it. So like this summary, this description is copy and pasted from a different AI tool. But I know we're almost at our time, so I don't want to keep everyone longer. Hopefully that was helpful, and just getting the creative juices flowing. If there's any questions that anyone has on any AI stuff in general, let me know. But I didn't want to get too complex or anything like that with what we were talking about today, because I had a feeling that most of the people that I've been talking to, they don't use AI a lot. So I wanted to start with something that would just get your creative juices flowing of how you can use AI and introduce you to a few different tools. But I'll hang out for a minute or two just to see if there's anything, anybody that if you have any questions or just about any AI stuff in general, just let me know. And like I said, I'll be here for a couple minutes and then if no one says anything, we'll wrap up. And then Phil, uh, I had this recorded, so we'll make sure we get that going. Cool. Jeff, I'm glad to hear that. Like I said, I didn't want to be too overwhelming, so I'm glad that that was helpful. This is just meant to get some ideas in your brain, especially if you haven't been using AI a lot or aren't familiar with it. It can be a really big world. Um, so like as an example, something that we're working on, because we brought on someone to do this because we're not professional at this, is we have someone that's working on an AI chat widget that would be able to, if like someone came to your website or sent you a text, it would automatically be able to have a conversation with them and book that person on your calendar. So that's stuff that we're working on. Um, we're running a couple tests. We've been doing this now for a year, going back and forth. But on different AI chat widget stuff, we worked with one company and then didn't end up working out. Anyways, I'm going down a long long story with it. Like that's stuff that you can do as well. But if you get super advanced into it, AI chat widgets, you can create a database the chat widget uses, it can pull information, it can have conversations, and it can book people on your calendar. Um, Imagine that for open enrollment, Jeff. Where you send out a message to everyone and you have AI responding back to those messages. Um, So any other questions though? Any comments? Like I said, anything that I can cover? I know I'm just talking to fill in space right now. All right. Well, if anybody does come up with something, I am not AI. I am a real person. You can actually find me. I will send over, um, I'll put it in the chat real quick. This is my business line. If you do have questions, feel free to just shoot me a message and either myself or our team will get back to you. Uh, yeah, I'm just pulling it up real quick because I don't remember the business line. All right. But here, 6, 7, 840. So that's my business line. You can save that as Nathan's number or Blue Rocket. You can call me, you can text me. Would love to answer any questions on that end. But yeah, if there's anything else, let me know. I'm gonna end the meeting though right now. And everyone have a wonderful day. It is Labor Day weekend, so don't work too hard, or work really, really hard. Up to you guys, but I appreciate everyone's time, guys and gals. Appreciate everyone's time. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for spending time with me, and have a lovely weekend. You're welcome, Jenny. Work with AI. I think you're still here, Natural. What do you mean by work with AI? You're welcome, Brian. You're welcome, Ha. Artificial intelligence. Oh, the one you're saying artificial. So if I think I understand the question, I introduced Poe. I talked about Chat GPT. Um, Hey Levi was the tool that I was talking about. So that's something that we built within our lead-based platform that people can access to. You can look them up as well. We built it in, so I mean, because I know if you want to get access to it, it's like $80 a month. Um, we built that platform in so it doesn't cost anyone extra if it's on our platform. It's called Hey Levi. Um, that's a really powerful tool. It's been awesome for the agents that have worked with us to create content and information. You're welcome, Netra. All right, everyone have a great rest of their day. We'll talk later.